Yeah, hi. Morning. Uh, I got kind of called up or called into making this video, and I'm not really sure why. It's just something that kind of hit me this morning when I woke up, and yeah, well, here it goes. It's basically I just want to talk about duality and kind of what it is and how we need to understand it because it's really something I guess that understanding is something that's going to wind up being important because for people who can't figure out what duality is, then they're going to kind of be left behind on some things, at least as far as life in the future goes, because duality is going to become something different than it appears to be to us. I know that sounds really weird, but this started with last night. I woke up and as I normally do, I wake up about 3 every morning, and this conversation started happening within my head, and it wasn't a dream. I was awake, but anyway, it had to do with trying to explain to some people what that duality is in not just our society, but everything, our whole being, our existence here in this world is to experience duality. So it is a real big thing, but it goes unnoticed because we label the sides of duality. They're either up, down, black, white, good, bad, pretty or ugly. It doesn't matter. Everything in duality has a mirror image. And that life that we live becomes us living in the mirror and not living in what really is this life, our experience, because that's only within us. Nobody else can experience my experience. Even if you're standing next to my side, you have a different projection, a different perspective of everything around you, including me. Because I create you, you create me in our field, our life, and we interact with each other through that energy connection. And our polling attracts us because one has a positive up, the other has a positive down, and we become locked in this circle. Information changes from through me to you and through you to me. That model I have of a toroid expresses that very thing. It is circular, but it always comes back to the center. So everything is that. And the gravity between us is when our south and north pole lines up with the south and north pole. If you come the wrong way, they won't line up right. They'll just repel each other. So this equates into an understanding that we need in our life, because everything that is happening to us today is based in the fact that we're trying to change the duality's polling. We're trying to line it up through the energy that we are putting out. So we can't change somebody else's energy because we're the ones that are deciding what their energy is. It's either positive to us or negative to us. So if it'll line up But if one or the other have to switch poles in order to get the lining up, there's resistance. So that resistance means you're not going to line up. So that is our template. Our our whole life is like a set of fractals coming off of this very thing, duality. But what is that energy of duality? And it all comes down to we live in either the polarities, like I said, one way or the other. It's not male female. It equates to that in the template, overlays male female as being a duality, but it is not the core thing. It isn't creation, it's feeling. And that means that at the very base, duality is based on living your life out of fear or living your life out of love. Those are the only two things. So as long as we can keep them with an understanding that to have a good life, you can't live in one or the other. You got to live in both, but you have to have it in a way that the one doesn't control the other. So that duality has to merge into one thing. And that's the whole thing about life, is that we are that one thing. All this crap taking place out here in the world is our own creation. It's our own energy hookup. We can't take it as this external thing that's beating us up. It's giving us fear that isn't real. Because once we bring all that within us by putting it together and having not a conflict, but a melding that makes it into one thing. Once we do that, all of the other stuff will now line up with our poles. Everything will line up. It'll all stack. And the whole image of this chaos becomes a crystalline structure, which means that every point lines up with every other point in a straight line. Light goes right through a crystal. It doesn't have anything other than that. That's a laser is flying through a crystalline structure. It can't go anywhere other than right down the tube. Whichever tube you're on, all goes the same way, and it has no variance. It's a crystalline structure. It is visible through like a crystal. So that's where we are trying to get to, is to take this dualistic chaos and find a way to get the poles to all line up, and they will. It's how it was designed. But we can't line it up if we don't know this other side. The dualistic side of it is what's keeping us back from lining everything up. But yet it's not keeping us back. We're letting it be that fear that, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does? But the fact is, there isn't no doesn't. This is your life. And that thing about melding together means this one is, the fear is not noticed. It can't get through the love to get into you. And now this is just a conversation within itself. It has no effect on anything else. Everything else will automatically line up. If you're a Christian and you believe in Christ and all that, the Bible and everything, that's what it's trying to teach you, is love. If you're a Muslim and you're listening to the Allah, then that purpose is that everything is love. The fear isn't real. It's love. Every religion you go to, that's the basis. But the duality tears it apart. and it becomes something that it isn't. It's just a construct of the human mind that makes it what it is. And that dualistic approach, we've built it into everything in our life. Even the church is dualistic. Do it their way or you go to hell. Every religion, there's this dualism within it that keeps it from being the true Christ, the true Reiki, the true energy of life. Our purpose is to try and understand how that energy flows, and then we can control it. And when we control it, it's our life. Everything is good every day. Nothing else matters. I guess that's the message I'm supposed to give you. Thanks for watching.